Well, we just harvested this beautiful zucchini this morning and also found a real common problem with our zucchini plants. That big zucchini was on this plant, and we've harvested a few off this plant already. May have had newer soil, and it may just be that these other ones had older soil and we didn't top it up enough this year with amendments and new fertilizer and new soil. And so that's the blossom end rot where it's yellowed there, and you can see where it advances on a few of these, and it's yellowed down there. So this young one will probably get it next week when it gets a little older. So our fix for that is leche en polvo. That is dry milk. You want to put about, in these big pots, I'm going to do a little more than half a cup, and just put it right on the soil. Sprinkle it all around so it gets evenly watered in. And see, I go a little bit away from the plant. Lift her up here and get all the way around. That's my technique for moving a zucchini. They just lift right up if you get your whole arm under it. And that's right around half a cup. Gets me around the perimeter of the plant like that. Keep it away from my drip emitters so I don't clog them up with milk. And then we'll water that in. Repeat and rinse. So while I'm doing this, I'm also going to trim off those bad fruit so the plant's not putting energy toward these decaying fruit. And I'm going to cut off some of these bottom leaves are ready to go. So it's time to give the zucchinis a little love. Paying all the attention to the tomatoes, and our little sister zucchini plants here need to get a little more care and attention as we're heading into the summer. Part of it too is that the plants are under more stress. It's hotter. We're in 105, 110 degree temperatures, and when the plants are under more stress like that, they tend to show more problems faster. And what happens in the case of the blossom end rot, they may have plenty of calcium, but it's difficult for them to uptake the calcium in that heat. And so hopefully this will be enough of a blast of calcium to give them a little boost and prevent that. But it happened last year where we lost a lot of cucumbers at a young, we were losing the early fertilized female cucumbers. So we'd get successful pollination and then they would die. And it was simply the heat. The heat was too much for them, and we needed to have them in a slightly less sunny spot. And so I put a shade cloth over them. And once I did that, we started seeing more successful cucumbers. So they were doing well, but simply getting too stressed. And that might be what's happening with these zucchini too. I'm just gonna water those in nicely. Get that calcium to mix in with the soil on the top, make it available to the plants right away. Much happier zucchini plants.